Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with another video. On this video, we are going to be analyzing a short story, or I am going to provide you with a summary of the short story with the title Evelyn by James Joyce. Okay, let's look at the title Evelyn. Evelyn is the name of the main character. So this story is about Evelyn, and the title is from the main character's name, who is Evelyn. So the story is about Evelyn. It is about her life, her relationship with her father, her relationship with her siblings, as well as a Frank. Okay. So the story focuses on her suffering in the hands of her father and the decisions she had to make about her life. This whole story, Evelyn, focuses on Evelyn's life and how she suffered whilst she was living with her dad, as well as the decisions that she had to take because of what of all the suffering that she experienced. Hence, the title is Evelyn because it focuses on the character who is Evelyn. Okay, now let's move on and look at Evelyn as a character. So Evelyn in this short story is portrayed or as to us as someone who is 19 years old. She is emotionally abused by her father after the death of her mother. Her father and siblings do not show her love. She meets Frank, whom she loves and believes running away with him will bring about change in her life. Evelyn also works at Miss Govan's store and also suffers emotional abuse from her. She feels that the change of scenery will make the abuse to come to an end. She is indecisive, she is undecided at the end, and she does not fulfill her desire to escape when she cannot board the ship and lets Frank, the boyfriend, board by himself. Okay, this one will make sense as we go on. So that is Evelyn, a 19-year-old girl who stays with her father. Her father who is what? Emotionally abusive. Okay. At the same time, Evelyn works at a store, at Miss Govan's store, but also the Miss Govan is also what? Emotionally abusive. Okay. So those are the challenges that Evelyn is facing that force her to make very, very big life changing decisions, which we are going to look at as we go on in this video. Okay. And then we have Evelyn's father, the one who is emotionally abusive. Evelyn's father is always drunk. He is a drunkard. He takes all of Evelyn's wages on weekends and abuses her. At this point in time, you know that Evelyn works where? At Miss Gavan's store. So this father is very abusive, emotionally abusive, and also takes Evelyn's pay or salary or wages, okay, on weekends and abuses her. And obviously, he takes this salary to do what? To go and buy what? Alcohol, since the father is a what? Is a drunkard, okay? He is not a caring father. He is not. I'm sure you can tell as well. He treats his girl child differently from how he treats his boys. You know how some parents are. They don't treat their children equally. Maybe the father may show some compassion and some love towards the boys, and then when it comes to the girl, it's a total different story. Just like in this case, this father is very abusive to Evelyn, okay, but the other boys, he treats them well, okay. And then we also have Frank, the character that we find in this short story, Evelyn, okay. Frank is kind and open-hearted. He is a loving boyfriend. So Frank is Evelyn's boyfriend, okay. He has worked on a few ships, okay? So Frank is a sailor. A sailor is someone who works on ships. Hence they say he has worked on a few ships. He is well traveled, obviously. He works on ships, therefore he travels, right? Because I mean ships is also a mode of what? Of transportation. You don't get into a ship and you just sit there. No, you go somewhere. Hence they say he is a sailor that is well traveled, someone who works on the ships that is well traveled, okay, traveled, sorry. He tries to take Evelyn away from her father's abuse, but he ends up living alone when Evelyn changes her mind. So Frank, since he is a caring boyfriend and he is aware of Evelyn's home situation, that Evelyn is being abused at home, he decides to be open-hearted and be kind to Evelyn, and offers Evelyn like an sort of an escape, to say that let's go together. Let me try and move you away from your father's abuse. I hope that makes sense. Or from your father who is abusive. Okay, moving on. So the other characters that we find in this book, we have Evelyn's mother. Okay, but at this point, you know that Evelyn's mother is dead, right? Yes. Evelyn's mother is dead, but she suffered abuse in the hands of her husband. So the husband was also abusive to the wife. Okay. However, Evelyn's mother teaches her child honesty. She did that before she died, of course. Okay. And then we have Miss Gavan. She owns a shop. This is where Evelyn used to work. Okay. She is an employer of Evelyn. She is Evelyn's boss, since she owns the shop and since Evelyn is working at her shop. Okay. She mistreats Evelyn in front of people or in front of customers. Yes. Previously, on the previous slide, we also said that Miss Gavan is also emotional abusive towards Evelyn. Okay. And then we have Harry. Harry is Evelyn's brother. Harry, he works in a church decorating businesses. So that's what he focuses on. Okay, he works at a church and he's into a decorating business. I hope that makes sense with people. And then we also have Ernest. Ernest is also one of Evelyn's brothers. However, Ernest is the brother that died. Ernest is also dead in this case. And then we also have the priest. So the priest only appears in a picture hanging on the wall in the Hills house. And he has also moved to Melbourne. Okay, that's where he moved on. So this is just to provide you with a brief description of the characters that we find in the short story Evelyn, so that you know who is who. I hope that makes sense. So now we're going to move on to the whole summary. Okay, so in this Evelyn short story, so Evelyn is the main character. You already know this by now, okay? Evelyn, the main character, is a young woman who lives in Dublin with her father. Her mother is dead. You already know this by now. Evelyn dreams of a better life beyond the shores of Ireland, such that she plans to elope with Frank, a sailor who is her secret lover, and start a new life in Argentina. Okay? Evelyn dreams of a better life. She wants a better life for herself because here at home at Dublin in Ireland, she lives with her father who is what? Who is abusive. As a result, Evelyn even thinks or decides to try and run away and elope with her boyfriend who is Frank. Frank is a sailor, someone who works on the ships. Okay, so Frank is the secret lover, and Evelyn thinks of running away with Frank to go and start a new life in Argentina. Hope that makes sense. So, with her mother gone, you already know that Evelyn's mother is dead. So, Evelyn is responsible for the day to day running of the household. Her father is a drunkard, and her brother Harry is busy working and is away on a lot of business. Okay, and then another brother, Ernest, died. So, Evelyn's mother is out of the picture. Evelyn's brother Harry is always busy working. Another brother, Evelyn's brother Ernest, also died. So now Evelyn is only left with the father who is not responsible, the father who is a drunkard, the father who steals Evelyn's wages or salary to go and buy alcohol. So at this point, you can tell that Evelyn is the one who is responsible in making sure that everything goes well in the household. Hence, we say she is responsible for the day-to-day running of the household, making sure that everything is going well there at home. Hope that makes sense. So Evelyn keeps herself down a job working in a shop. You already know this by now that Evelyn works at Miss Gavan's store or shop, okay? On Saturday night, when she asks her father for some money, he abuses her verbally, especially since he is always drunk. So whenever Evelyn tries to ask for money from her father to say, "Can I please have money so that I can buy groceries?" her father does what? Abuses her verbally, which means that he says hurtful, or we can say cruel words, okay? Like mean things, unkind things to Evelyn, especially since he is always drunk, okay? So Evelyn has to go to the shops and buy food for Sunday dinner at the last minute. At the last minute, because when she asks for the money, the father becomes verbally abusive. So she ends up going to buy food late. I hope that makes sense. So Evelyn is tired of this life. I mean, anyone can be tired of such a life. And so she and Frank book onto a ship leaving for Buenos Aires, okay, in Argentina. That's the place that they want to go to in Argentina, which is another country, because you know that Evelyn is from Ireland, okay? But as she is just about to board the ship, as she is just about to get into the ship or onto the ship, Evelyn suffers a failure of resolve and cannot go through with it. Okay, so yes, she wants a better life for herself. However, when she is just about to get onto the ship with Frank, she becomes undecided, meaning that she starts doubting what her decision, that am I really leaving home just to run away with a guy or to elope with a guy. I hope that makes sense. So without saying a word, Evelyn turns around and goes home, leaving Frank to board the ship alone. That's what happens in this short story. Without saying a word, she just decided that, you know what, I'm not going through with this plan. I'm not going to Argentina with Frank anymore. She decides to do what? To go back home to the very same situation that she is not happy about. I hope that makes sense. And as a result, Frank Frank ends up boarding the ship alone, getting onto the ship all by himself without Evelyn, meaning that Evelyn's plan fails. So that's basically what is happening in this short story, good people, and I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, just don't. If it doesn't make sense, don't hesitate to comment down below, and then I'll get back to you. Okay. So now let's look at the setting. When we speak of the setting, it is the time, we look at the duration, we look at the place and author chooses to write about. So when does this happen? So this story, it is happening, or it happened during the early 20th century. They won't ask you this in the exam, but I'm just saying it just in case, okay? And then where does the story take place? The story takes place in Dublin, in Ireland, where the main character Evelyn grows up. Okay, hope that makes sense. Moving on to the themes. The themes, the central point of the short story, or the underlying message or concept that the author is trying to convey to the reader. The message that the author is trying to pass to the reader. So the first theme that we find in this short story is escape and freedom. When you're trying to escape is when you try to do what? To run away from something, because obviously you are not happy with it. Freedom, you want to be free. I know we all know what freedom means, okay? So Evelyn wants to escape her difficult life in Dublin and start a new life with Frank in Argentina. She hopes for freedom and happiness away from her problems at home. What problems is she facing at home? You already know that. Her father is a what? He's a drunkard. The other brother is absent because he's always working. The other brother died. What about Evelyn's mother? Evelyn's mother is dead as well. Okay? So she's trying to run away from this situation, and she hopes, or she is seeking, she wants freedom and happiness. Okay? The second theme that we find in this short story is fear of change. Yes, Evelyn ends up changing her mind at the last minute. Just as she is about to board the ship to get onto the ship, she decides to change her mind and goes back home. Why is that? Because she is afraid of what? Of change, or she has fear of change. Hence, we say this is also what? An underlying message that the author is trying to convey to the reader. So, although Evelyn wants a better life, she becomes afraid of leaving her home and family behind. Her fear stops her from boarding the ship with Frank. Okay? Moving on to the third theme that we find, which is duty and responsibility. So Evelyn feels responsible for taking care of her family, especially her younger siblings. She also wants to keep the promise she made to her mother. Evelyn feels responsible for taking taking care of her family home. Okay, and then we have the other theme that we find, which is supposed to be the fourth theme. Okay, so the gender roles and oppression. There are gender roles and oppressions in this case. So the story shows how women at that time had little freedom during the 20th century. Hence, we said the time is the 20th century, whereby women had little freedom and were expected to sacrifice their own happiness for their families. Now, since we live in the 20th century, this seldom happens. It's not something that frequently happens because, I mean, women have all the freedom. We have feminists, people who can speak for themselves, and people who can choose what their own happiness without having to worry about families or whoever. Hence, previously, when I said when the time, we said during the 20th century, whereby women had little freedom and were expected to sacrifice their own happiness for their families. I hope that makes sense. Because even in this case, Evelyn, one of the reasons why she did not board onto the ship was her thinking about what? Of her family. Okay? She sacrificed her own happiness with what? With who? With Frank. Because of what? Because of her family. I hope that makes sense. Now we're going to move on to the practice questions that I have prepared for you. Okay? To ensure that you also understand, I highly suggest that you pause this video right now, try to read the extract on your own, and attempt these questions so that when I read out the answers, you also mark yourself and see where you went wrong. Because let's say you find this in the exam and you see how are you going to perform, okay? And do your corrections afterwards because I am also going to display the answers, alright? So we are going to look at 5.2.1. I take it you have done all what I said. You paused the video, you attempted the questions yourself. Now we are marking, okay? 5.2.1, it says, what does this extract reveal about Evelyn's character? What does it show us? Okay, so the first answer that we have here is that Evelyn is indecisive, meaning that Evelyn is undecided, okay, as she questions her decision to live with Frank, okay. So that is what the extract reveals. After you have read the extract, you will realize that, okay, here Evelyn is undecided or indecisive, okay? Or you can either say Evelyn is practical or sensitive, as she takes both the advantages and disadvantages of her decision into consideration. Because here Evelyn considered both sides that, okay, if I leave, I'm going to be happy wherever I'm going. However, how are people going to I don't know, perceive me? I'm going to look like someone who just ran away from home to go and be with a man. Do you understand? And she also thinks of her mom who is dead. So can you see that um, she takes both the advantages and disadvantages of her decisions into consideration before making the decision. Okay, so either way, as long as you substantiate your answer, you can, even if you don't have these answers that I'm sharing with you, but let's say your answer is relevant and you have supported it, then you will get your mark. And then 5.2.2, refer to the short story as a whole, explain the irony in Evelyn's words. You can refer to the line 3 and 4, okay, and then you explain the irony. So the correct answer is that Evelyn is concerned about what her fellow workers would say about her elopement with Frank, what they would say with regards to her running away with Frank. Yet she ends up not leaving anyway. They do not really care about her. That is the irony. These workers don't really care about Evelyn. All they do is just to gossip about her. They don't care. Okay? Moving on to 5.2.3. Okay? Choose the correct answer to complete the following sentences. Write only the letter AD next to the question number in the answer book. Evelyn falls in love with the what? With a soldier, with the lawyer, with the teacher, with the sailor. With the sailor, I mean. The correct answer is what? Is a sailor, okay? Someone who works on ships, okay? Hope that makes sense. And then 5.2.4, refer to line 8. You go to line 8 and refer. And then the question is, what tone would Miss Govan use in this line? What tone would she use when she says to Evelyn, "Don't you see these ladies are waiting?" What tone is she using? So the answer could be she's being sarcastic, or she's being intimidated. She's trying to intimidate Evelyn with that question, or you can say that she is commanding, or she's being bossy. Okay, so any answer is correct as long as it is relevant, of course. And then B, why would Miss Gavin use this tone in the slide? Why do you think she used this tone? Why? Was it because she wanted to be polite? Of course not. So Miss Gavin wants to embarrass Evelyn in the presence of the customers, to exercise her superiority over Evelyn, to show that she is the boss, asking such questions as to, "Miss Hill, don't you see these ladies are waiting?" Okay, that it was her trying to embarrass Evelyn in front of customers. Okay, only to find out Evelyn was also going through the most as well. All right, moving on, good people, to the next question. Name the place where Evelyn's new home will be. You refer to line 11. Name the place. Where is the place going to be? You already know. Buenos Aires in Argentina. Okay, you get your 1 mark. And then 5.2.6, explain what Evelyn means when she says she knew, and then you refer to line 15. You have to go to line 15 to be able to answer this question. So the correct answer for 5.2.6 is that Evelyn realizes that it was her father's violent nature, or the father's actions, which made her nervous, or which made her heart beat faster. Okay? And then 5.2.7, refer to the short story as a whole. Explain why Evelyn's father forbids her to see Frank. Why does Evelyn's father not want Evelyn to see Frank, or to have some sort of relationship with Frank? Okay, why do you think so? Why? And then you provide your answer. So the answer could be that Evelyn's father knows that sailors do not have serious relationships, as they do not stay in any place for long periods. Remember, they said a Frank is well traveled. You cannot be well traveled if you stay at one place for a very long time. So, which means he's someone who does not stay at the same place for a very long time. So, how can you have, not to say how can you have, but it's difficult to maintain a serious relationship with someone like that. So, maybe that's one of the reasons why Evelyn's father does not allow or forbids Evelyn from seeing Frank. That could be the reason. Or the other reason could be that Evelyn's father forbids her to see Frank because he is afraid of losing her, as she takes care of the household, and he will not be able to steal money from Evelyn to buy alcohol. That could also be another reason. Okay? Moving on, where are Harry and Ernest at this point in the story? State two separate points. You need to state Harry is, and then Ernest is, and then, oh, you like that, okay? So for Harry, let's start with Harry, since they started with Harry even here. So you would say Harry is somewhere in the country, or somewhere in Ireland, or is working in the country, okay? And then Ernest is dead, and then you get your 2 marks. And then 5.2.9, refer to the short story as a whole. So here you need to know, to have the understanding of the whole, for the short story as a whole, not just the extract. Okay. So now they say to you, refer to the short story as a whole. Do you feel sorry for Evelyn? Discuss your view. So in such questions, you can say yes, you feel sorry for Evelyn, and still be correct, as long as you do what? You provide reasons. Or you can say, no, I don't feel sorry for Evelyn, and do what? Provide reasons, and then you get your 3 marks. So let's look at those who are going to say yes, they feel sorry for Evelyn. You will say yes and then provide reasons such as, yes, Evelyn's chance at happiness is compromised in her effort to remain true to her mother's wish. Okay, so Evelyn, maybe you can say, yes, I feel sorry for Evelyn because she wanted to get her freedom and go and be happy with her boyfriend. However, she thought of her mother and stayed behind. Okay, yes, I feel sorry for Evelyn, or because she feels trapped by her situation at home, having to put up with her father's behavior. Okay, Yes, I feel sorry for Evelyn because she works hard during the day but still has to take responsibility for running the household. You can say, yes, I feel sorry for Evelyn because she is emotionally abused at work by Miss Cavans and is also emotionally abused at home by his father who is a drunkard and who also steals what? Her money. So those could be your reasons. And then for those people who are saying no, I don't feel sorry for Evelyn. So your answers could be that no, because Evelyn has the opportunity to live a better life but refuses to pursue it. Because when she refused to board the ship, it means the ship that symbolizes that she refused to start a new life. Okay, I hope that makes sense. You can say no. Frank truly loves her and cares about her, yet she rejects him because that was also a form of rejection because Frank was waiting for her, but she decided to do what? To go back home. You can say no. I don't feel sorry for Evelyn because she does not stand up to the challenges with which she is faced. Her employer's caustic remarks, her father prohibiting her from seeing Frank. So you can say, no, I don't feel sorry for Evelyn because Evelyn does not stand up for herself. But remember, Evelyn is a 19-year-old girl, okay? All right, good people. Let me show you the corrections. So yeah, if you also attempted these questions, you can then mark yourself and see where you went wrong. Yes, the best way to study or to prepare for exams is to use previous question papers. Hence, I always make sure that I also attach questions from a what from a previous question paper. All right. So that's it for today. I'm going to come back with another video and upload another video explaining another different short story. So if this video was very helpful to you, please like, share with your fellow classmates, and comment if you have any questions. Alright, see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye.